A sophomore wearing number 0, Tasha Clark. Wearing number 25, a sophomore, Jasmine Williams.
How you doing, Tony?
I'm doing pretty good. This is the Chattanooga State. This is the Lady Bucks versus the Lady State Pioneers in this Chattanooga State tournament. I am back. I was here earlier with another co-host, and I'm back with Sean. Sean, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, Tony. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty great.
What do you think about these games today?
Oh, wow, they've been exciting. The first game was a single overtime, which was pretty amusing to watch because it was like a big comeback, and then the second game was just, it was kind of a blowout in a way. I think it ended with a 19.
Take it to an interview.
We're going to take it now to an interview.
Okay, go ahead.
I can't hear you.
We're going to take it now to an interview.
Exactly. Congratulations about that. Advancing to round 2 versus Motlow State tomorrow. How do you feel about your team's performance today?
Thought we were good at spurts. Thought we were very good at spurts, but we lost our focus and got sloppy, especially towards the end. That's disappointing. You want to finish games out strong. You want to do the right things down the stretch. We didn't do those, but we're going to clean them up tonight. We're going to watch some film and get ready for tomorrow.
Exactly. So anything that you are going to do to prepare rather than just watching film to get ready for tomorrow's game against Motlow?
I mean, we'll talk individually about assignments and go over scout reports and those types of things, but really it's about us. You know, our execution, our defense, doing what we do and executing it well. If we do that, we're going to be just fine.
All right. Once again, congratulations to advancing to round 2 against Motlow tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one.
Appreciate it.
So once again, final score here: 94 Columbia, 78 Dyersburg. Columbia State does advance tomorrow against Motlow State in round 2.
Dakota, and now we're back in the actual action. We have a game between the Pioneers versus the Bucks. The Pioneers, the men's Pioneers team lost earlier today. Now we have the Lady Bucks versus the Lady Pioneers. We had number 10, Taylor Moon, and we had number 8 going for the jump ball, who had missed the jump ball. What do you think about the action so far today, Sean?
It's been really interesting. I thought it was fascinating how in the first game they blew a lead, and then it went to overtime. And there was a little exciting finish on that game. And
yeah,
then the second game was kind of neck and neck, and then the other team pulled away. It's been an interesting day so far.
Yeah, and there's a lot of action in this game so far. There's a lot of passing and a miss by number 10 in the last possession. And now number 32, Tanea Lavender going up for the layup and missing, and now going for the 2 free throw attempts. I just find all this kind of interesting because, I mean, there's been a lot of passing ability in a lot of these games that we've seen. Not so much in the first game for one of the teams, but...
No, there was no ball movement at all, hardly, in the first game. There was,
but it was more so not for the Pioneers. The Pioneers men's did not have any ball movement. Yeah. I hope the ladies kind of correlate and fix that issue for their team. As we have number 32 missing both, or made one of her free throws, As we have number 3 going up, LaShawn Ebron. What do you know about some of these players there, Sean? Specifically, more so about LaShawn Ebron. What do you know about her?
Well,
as she goes up for a lip and makes it.
You said LaShawn?
LaShawn. We have Zoe Johnson bringing up the court, but LaShawn Ebron, what do you know about her? As we have Zoe controlling the point. We have Tanya Lavender passing it out to Hope Johnson, who makes a layup.
Well, I can tell you right now that Zoe Johnson is leading all scorers with 14.5 points a game for the Pioneers.
Yeah.
Coming in second there is Aaliyah Miller. She's averaging 10.6 points a game. So they're going to be your leading scorers according to
the site,
stat sheet I've got here.
We have Zoe Johnson taking it up the floor, passing it out to. Well, it's now another turnover by the Lady Bucks. I mean, you feel like turnovers will be a factor in this game, because it kind of was in the first game, along with like the non-passing ability. Turnovers were kind of an issue then too. What do you think, Sean?
Well, it's unfair to compare it to the men's. I think we'll see. So far, it looks like the ladies are turning the ball over a lot, though. There's the one right there.
Yeah, both teams are kind of committing a lot of turnovers, but I mean, it can be corrected. We only are in the first half of the game.
Yeah, you got to shake the nerves out.
Yeah, I got to shake off the cobwebs. This is a big tournament. It's a long tournament.
Yeah, you got to shake the nerves out.
Rolling. As we have Zoe Johnson passing it to Hope Hickson. He passes it to...
That's a nice little shot there.
Yep.
Brianna Jones put that in.
We have Zoe Johnson taking up the floor. I actually had my sheet incorrect. I apologize for all the people listening. I wasn't looking at it correctly. As we have Kelsey Harriman missing a 3, and it's being rebounded by Brianna Jones.
Clark's going to bring the ball up.
Yeah, we have...
Jones takes a shot from the top of the key. She is a bigger
balls.
Player. If it was me, I would just go inside to her the whole game.
Yeah, exactly. I think she's the biggest player that's on the floor as of right now.
Yeah, she's definitely
on the large side. As we have number 34 of the Lady Volunteers, or the Lady Pioneers, sorry, Shea Armstead.
There's a 3 and a foul right there.
Yep. We saw one of those. We saw something similar to one of those earlier. We had 3 3-point plays throughout this entire ordeal, and it's been pretty interesting to kind of see. I didn't expect any at all.
Looks like that's going to be Harriman.
Yep.
I think she is going to inbound. I guess they're not giving her the basket on that shot.
I guess not. As the score currently sits at 5-3. Oh, no. As we sit at 5-3, 7:13 left on the clock. We have Mrs. Kelsey Harriman inbounding the ball. Pass out to Aliyah Miller, who, again, passed out to Harriman. I guess Harriman's kind of such a part of this offense from the looks of it. She's gotten a lot of parts of the ball.
Yeah, she's averaged about 8.9 points a game.
So I guess it's understandable.
So I imagine you'll see a lot of her today.
Yeah.
Miller, of course, she's right at 10.6.
Yep. You have Zoe Johnson passing the ball out to Aliyah Miller once again.
Looks like they're trying to go for some really good ball movement inside their possessions.
Well, one thing I kind of saw at least the men's games today, a lot of forced 3 points, like a lot of them, and I hope that doesn't continue into these games, because as good as threes are, there's no point in taking them if you know you're just trying to take them. You should be confident in the ability of being able to shoot them, as we sit at the score of 5-5. And we have a turnover. We have Mrs. Tasia Clark taking up the floor. Passing it out to number 32, which is
Lady Pioneer foul number 12, Miller.
Well, number 32, give me a second, and I will tell you who that is, because it looks like our lineups are wrong.
Yeah, it looks like our lineups are a bit off, as we had number 32 shooting 3 of those. I apologize for anybody listening. We, I guess, are missing a fair bit of information on our sheets, as number 32 goes for the layup, our free throw, and misses.
I can't find number 32 online either. We're just going to have to say number 32.
Yeah, as sad as that is, but yeah, I guess so. So number 32 going for the second free throw.
So the Pioneers have the ball right now. Zoe Johnson dribbles. She's looking to set up the offense. She's going to pass off to the side. Harriman back to Johnson. Johnson dribbles. And Harriman's got the ball. Harriman's going to take a 3, and she misses. We got a battle for the ball. It could be a jump ball.
I am back. I had to take care of everything, as we have Tasia Clark inbounding the ball. Tasia Clark passed out to number 3, which was LaShawn Ebron. He passed out to Tasia Clark again. Wow, good ball movement so far.
Good pass inside.
Yeah. This layup, but again, really good ball movement.
Finish.
Yeah.
Johnson, she's got the ball. She dribbles. She looks to set up the offense. Goes behind her back, over to the corner. Harriman's got the ball.
Make sure you're talking into your mics. It's going to LaShawn Ebron. Harriman passes out to number 10, Taylor Moon.
Johnson takes a shot. It's in and out.
It's in and out as the Lady Bucks bring the ball off the floor. We have LaShawn Ebron bringing out the ball on the floor. Now, what can you tell me about LaShawn Ebron so far?
Sorry about that. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties right here.
Yes, we are. As the Motlow State leads 6-5. We have a pass from number 3 to Zoe Johnson to Taylor Moon. Taylor Moon passing it back to number 3.
It's a shot, and she makes it.
A make by Shay Armstead, the guard forward. One of the only sophomores on the team. This is one guy I kind of saw earlier, Sean. I kind of want to get your thoughts on this. The Pioneers have 2 sophomore players on their team, while the Bucks have at least 6 or 7. So, do you think that age kind of plays a factor in everything, like the experience?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's maturity. That was a nice shot.
It really was.
Johnson's going to bring the ball up.
As we have...
She's going to drive in, and she's going to pass out. I'd throw it away.
And a turnover. Good defensive possession by the Lady Bucks, playing expert defense, getting their opponent to turn it over.
Tasia Clark's going to inbound the ball.
Inbound it to LaShawn Ebron.
Ebron brings up the ball.
Just in, we actually got number 32 on our list now, so now we don't have to refer to her as such anymore if she gets the ball, which she now has the ball. So now we have Jana Lewis taking it up and passing it back to number 3, LaShawn Ebron, passing it out to Tasia Clark, who goes for a 3, and it's a miss by Tasia Clark. Rebounded.
Maybe over the back call right there.
Yeah, nearly rebounded by Jewel Leadbetter.
And it looks like Armstead's going to inbound. Morgan Sims passed it back to Armstead. Armstead passes it off. They're going inside, and a score.
What a nice play. It's kind of reminiscent, like I said earlier, but Iverson has to play like just a really good driving layup as she makes her shot. As we see.
Scoring that basket was Taylor Moon.
Yep, I like that name though, Taylor Moon.
I like that name too.
Honestly,
it sounds like
that anime Sailor Moon.
Yeah, it does.
It's a cool name.
Yes, it makes me think of that.
Yeah. Good way to think about the moon and sleeping and all that. As you see, LaShawn Ebron passing it out to number 20, who goes for a 3, Jewel Leadbetter. Which again, I feel like a lot of players are kind of forcing shots, and I don't get it. Like, if you're not open, you shouldn't. Maybe it's the fatigue setting in or what have you, but it just doesn't make any much sense to me to force shots like sometimes happen.
Well, the name of the game is. The name of the game is put points on the board,
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, that was a hard hit.
And a hard hit, which wasn't even called. What refs didn't cut him on top thing. I'm surprised that wasn't called.
Yeah, Armstead gets up kind of slowly there.
Yeah, luckily she's okay. As you see the ball getting pushed out of bounds.
Tasia Clark had that possession, and she stepped out. I don't know. Scoring's the name of the game, and unfortunately, basketball can be a selfish game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of isolation. A lot of players like to run the ISO, and unfortunately, it looks like we're getting some of that today.
Okay, so given the fact that we're in a timeout now, what do you think of so far the production on both teams?
You want me to compare both teams?
Like production-wise, what do you think's been going on?
Well, I feel like they were trying to shake out the nerves, and there was a lot of unnecessary turnovers by both teams to start off the game.
Yeah.
I feel like that the Pioneers are trying to settle into their offense and move the ball around, which is a good thing. They're down by 3, but they are not taking quick shots because that can be bad.
Yeah.
The Lady Bucks, they have a lot of height on their team. I think that could definitely be a factor. Because you just pound it inside, it's easy points. Like Shaq says, barbecue chicken.
Yeah, I understand. As you have number 14 inbounding the ball, number 14 being Tawea Hamilton inbounding the ball, passing it around. You now have Taylor Moon in possession, probably my favorite player on the team just because of her name. I like her name.
I do like that name.
As she turns over the ball. The head coach of the Lady Pioneers is Otis Key, and the head coach of the Lady Bucks is LaTanya Collins.
And bringing the ball up right now is Sean Ebron.
Now, one thing I will say about this is the first game of the women's tournament. Not the men have already had their first 2 games, and there will be more games tomorrow and the next day. But this is the first game of the women's tournament. So the first game of the men's tournament went into an overtime. Do you think this game will be that lucky? Do you think this will set the tone like the men's did in that overtime game that we had earlier?
It's got a chance. It's certainly close right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you think it's going to stay this close for long, or what do you think the outcome is going to be given what you've seen so far? As you see number 20 getting a layup.
Well, the Pioneers have to get some stops. If they don't get stops, then like that turnover right there, that's just sloppy play.
Yeah, that is sloppy play. As you see a scrappy young Zoe Johnson, the freshman guard, getting a nice steal from the other team. Wow.
A lady we haven't seen much of today is Jana Lewis for the Lady Bucks. I just want to mention her real fast. She is averaging 16.9 points a game, leading all scorers for the Bucks.
Wow.
So
impressive.
If she's not here, that could be a big loss, maybe giving the Pioneers some momentum.
Yeah, it is true. As you see the ball being passed to Morgan Sims. So I think it just got subbed in not too long ago.
And there's a turnover.
Big turnover. That's kind of been a common trend with some of these games, though. Like that, the first game, the Pioneers. I know it's a men's game, so you can't really compare, but there are a lot of miscommunications and turnovers where the other team capitalized. This has kind of been the same way, in that there's been a lot of turnovers this game.
And that's a reflection on the coach. They got to be on him about that.
Yeah, they got to learn to execute better. As you got 3-2, and they're going to have to force up a shot, and they're not able to force up a shot.
Violation.
Turnover. The Bucks are taking the possession of the ball. Good defensive prowess by LaShawn Ebron.
And it looks like Miranda Boatwell is going to inbound. I think she just got subbed in. You have, again, LaShawn Ebron coming up before. I mean, let me ask you this, though, because these teams don't really have, a complete amount of depth. There are some other teams that didn't either. How much do you think that LaShawn Ebron's going to play, given how important she apparently is to this team? Because she's played a fair bit. Do you think she's going to be in for a lot of the game? Or? She's averaging right now about 3.7 minutes a game.
LaShawn Ebron is?
Yes.
That's surprising.
Yeah. So it's actually the highest on the team. No, I take that back. Tasia Clark has got her beat with 4.1 minutes a game.
So I guess they do sub out of the players and such.
Yep.
As you see, LaShawn Ebron passing out the ball to number 20 being Jewel Leadbetter, who goes for a mid-range and a make by Tasia Clark, contested too, as the now score is 14-11, the Volunteer State.
Johnson trying to slow down the game. She passes it off. Morgan Sims goes inside.
And a layup by Mrs. Moon. The one person I still like her name, Taylor Moon.
I think you're giving that girl good luck.
Oh yeah. I apologize. There's a little bit of an error on the scoring table. The score actually currently is 16-11. The Motlow State is currently in the lead. As they pass it out to number 20, Jewel Leadbetter.
I think somebody might have a piece of that shot.
And the first quarter is over. We are going now into the second quarter.
That was a pretty good first quarter. Kind of low scoring, though.
Yeah, kind of low scoring, but I mean, it's kind of to be expected. A lot of the games, especially in these tournament things, people don't tend to be as confident with their shots because of that nervousness of wanting to get to the furthest and get to the end and have a banner on their school and all that.
Right.
So I can kind of see why it looks for, but I feel like it's going to pick up, though, because the one of the men's games, the end score is 90-something to 70-something. So that's impressive in itself.
That was a high-scoring game.
Yeah, it was. So, I mean, I feel like this could get, to the mid-50s, if not 60s, which would be lovely.
The thing of it is when you have a lot of turnovers and you're not scoring the basket as much, of course, that's going to lead to a low-scoring quarter.
Yeah.
And both teams were doing bad in that area.
Yeah. As you have we're just waiting for the second quarter to begin. You can see the coaches talking to their teammates and such. I'm just kind of impressed, though, with the defensive tenacity of people like LaShawn Ebron. I mean, she's been kind of on top of her woman. in these games, like or in this game specifically. As you see, Joey Johnson inbounding the ball to Leah Miller. My apologies.
Oh, well, Miller's got the ball. She passes it off, and Hamilton's got it. She's going to pass it off to Johnson. Johnson looking for something. They're going to have to put something up.
Yeah.
Running out of time.
I'm liking their passing abilities, but it feels like they're not converting as good as they could. I think it's just a nervousness in this game.
It's like they're just going to have to put something up. Johnson with a shot.
A fadeaway and a miss. Or not a fadeaway, but a fade. A miss. As you see, LaShawn Ebron taking a court and turning it over.
That's going to come back and cost them late in the game.
Yeah, depending if they make a comeback or not. Because right now they're currently still up 16-11.
Well, if one team gets hot and the other team keeps turning the ball over, it's going to be a plus for whoever gets hot.
Yeah. As you see, Kelsey Harriman inbounding the ball to Zoe Johnson.
So they're thinking about doing the pick and roll, but decided not to.
Yeah. As you see, Taylor Moon going up and making a mid-range. I think that's the first shot we've seen in this quarter so far. They're down 3 now.
Moon's had a couple baskets.
So far, yeah.
I would keep feeding the inside if it was me.
Yeah.
If you notice, these girls aren't very big girls. Not meaning hot.
Besides like one of them, but yeah.
So, you know, like maybe 2 on one side and 1 on the other. So I would definitely take advantage of that as much as possible.
I think they can also try to, like, if the coach is able to, they should teach them how to run the trap like that was being run last game. Because with a high speed.
Definitely. With a lot of turnovers like this, if either one of these teams start running the trap, that can lead to some easy baskets.
Oh, yeah. You just got to figure out how to execute it in a fashion. As the score is 13-16. You see number 12 taking the ball, going for a layup as she passes it out. Passes out to the woman to Peyton. This is Taylor Moon. Passing out to Harrigan. Harrigan has the ball.
Turn yours off and back on. Turn yours off and back on.
Entering from Motlow State, number 20,
Okay, so you see Harrigan inbounding the ball to Mrs. LaShawn Ebron. Zoe Johnson.
Sorry about that, guys.
Okay, so you see number 32.
Sorry about that, guys. We're having some technical issues here.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what's causing it. It was fine earlier. So you see Jana Lewis making the mid-range attempt. The score currently is 18-13.
And Johnson's got the ball. She's setting up something. She passes off to the side. Harriman's got the ball. And Harriman looks for Moon, can't find her. They're going inside now. And there's a foul. Shooting 2 at the line is going to be Shay Armstead.
I told Amy she's heading back. She's heading out the truck now, I guess. I don't really know what's going on.
Shay Armstead is taking her 3 throws currently. Shay Armstead is going for her second free throw. She had just made her second free throw. As you see, she's going to take it, and she makes it. You have number 0 taking it up the floor. Has to be number 32. Number 32 is Gianna Lewis. Gianna's kind of a big person, and I feel like she's like one of the tallest people in this game, so I feel like she could be kind of a threat. Her and her teammate.
Definitely, if you've got a lot of threats out there, looks like on the Bucks.
Her and her teammate, Brianna Jones.
Listen to this.
Gianna Lewis going for the 3-throw attempt, and she misses the 3-throw attempt, sadly. And she goes now for her second 3-throw attempt. The score is 18-14. Gianna Lewis makes the second, bringing them up to 18 or 19 to 14, a 5-point lead by the Lady Bucks.
And Moon's going to inbound. She throws it into Johnson. Johnson passes it off to Miller. Miller looks. Harriman's got the ball. Back to Johnson. And a nice pass inside. And a block. And the foul, I believe, on Jana Lewis. Yes, that was definitely a block and a foul. She definitely got some skin there.
Yeah, but Maya Miller going for her first free throw attempt. She misses her first free throw attempt. Going for her second. They're still down 5. Aliyah Miller for the Lady Bucks. We are in the second quarter. It is 7:04 left on the clock.
One thing I've noticed a lot about these college games, and this is men and women, the games that I've called, is the inconsistency on free throws.
Yeah, it's weird because like centers can make them, but point guards can't.
Yeah,
And
what's up with that?
I couldn't tell you, man. I mean, there are some point guards who can't shoot free throws too, like Cameron Payne. And I just kind of find it like surprising that that actually is a thing, in a sense. Like, you know, Cameron Payne can miss them in the NBA, but like DeMarcus Cousins can make them in the NBA.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, it's pretty weird how that sort of thing happens.
And then you got Dwight Howard, who is, yeah, Dwight Howard.
He's not consistent.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I've seen Dwight shoot some awful free throws, but I have to admit, he's had his moments when he's been pretty good too. I can't say that he's completely terrible.
Yeah, like 10 years ago. As you see, Tasia Clark passing it out to Jana Lewis, who turns over the ball thanks to an interception or a miscommunication.
Yeah. Clark threw it in there. And looking for somebody. Jones is playing.
At the line for the Lady Bucks, number 3,
All right, guys, we're just having some problems here with our headsets.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
It happens on occasion. I don't know what.
Ebron is going to shoot the ball. She's going to miss.
Missed first free throw, but she still has one more attempt. We are in the second quarter.
And she is going to try to make her other free throw. I guess 1 out of 2 isn't bad. She can do it. And she's consistent there on the second one. Makes it. Well, I shouldn't say consistent, but she puts that one in to make her 1 for 2. And it looks like Miller's got the ball. She's looking to see if she can. She's going to drive in. She puts it up and does not score. And they kick it out of bounds. And I believe Clark's going to inbound the ball.
As we have number 3 taking the ball at the court, we have Zoe Johnson taking the ball at the court. She is currently looking for her. We have LaShawn Ebron that has. Sorry, we're doing a lot of technical duties. It's kind of hard to work through it. As we have it passed out to Brianna Johnson, who passes out to Tasia Clark. It goes for a layup, and it's a make by Tasia Clark.
Good little take and make.
Clark. Hardly make.
And Miller looks to set up the offense again. She's looking for Harriman. I think Harriman's getting kind of stuck over there in the corner. They can't run the play.
Yeah.
Harriman does get the ball.
It looks like they're trying to run the scheme, but they're not. It's not working out too well because of really good defense on both sides.
I literally saw Harriman run a circle around one of the players.
Yeah, as you see, LaShawn Ebron now has control of the ball.
Nice little move there by Ebron.
As she goes for a.
Oh, that's a foul.
Runs right into somebody.
Right into the brick wall.
Right into the brick wall, number 45, Micaiah Jordan.
Yep.
Micaiah Jordan. As you see free throws being, or not free throws, you see a inbound attempt being attempted.
Clark's going to inbound. She's looking for somebody. She kicks it out.
Kicks it out.
to Lewis. Lewis has got the ball. Lewis is going to drive inside and put one up, but it won't go. She gets her own rebound, puts it back. Oh, can't get it.
Good defense by number 34, Shea Armstead, who did not allow any points to be scored. As we have 5:06 left, or 5:08 left in the second quarter, Motow State, being up 22-14 against Volunteer State.
I don't know about you, but it feels like this game is moving faster than the other games we've watched today.
It's been faster, but I also feel like the attempts have been a bit more lackadaisical in the sense that they're not, they're not as crisp as the other games, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like the other game, there's a bit more excitement to it in a sense. And I mean, it kind of happens sometimes. Right. Especially with a long tournament like this when there's like 4 games back to back to back to back. But that's just anyone's guess. As we have Tasia Clark going up the floor and turning it over as we see
number 32, Lavender.
Tatiana Lavender taking up the floor.
And they're going inside. Moon's got the ball. She puts one up and she's blocked.
She's blocked.
Lavender shoots one.
And misses. As it's turned over, I think it's turned over on the Bucks. No, it's not. It's turned over on the Pioneers. I find that surprising.
It kind of looked like the Bucks might have touched it.
Yeah, but people make mistakes. As you see number 0 inbounding the ball, Mrs. Clark inbounding it to LaShawn Ebron.
And it looks like the men are leaving right now, some of them.
The men's basketball team played a great game.
Both those games were great. I mean, the other one was a little bit of a blowout, but there was a lot of excitement in it. I really was trying to figure out why the coach called a timeout with over a 25-point lead with 30 seconds left to finish the game. I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah, that kind of confused me too, but I mean, I guess they just wanted to extend the game and enjoy the moment of being up by that many. I mean, it's not anyone's guess. As you see Elia Miller passing the ball out to Mrs. Harrigan. Passes out to Elisha Miller, who passes out to Mrs. Lavender, who goes for a 3, and it's a miss by Lavender, and then a rebound by Moon, and a miss by Moon.
Yeah, she's not going to make that shot with Jones right behind her.
Yeah, especially when you have good coverage like that on top. There's no way you're gonna make shots like that.
Could have almost been called an over the back.
Yeah.
Clark's got the ball, and she drives inside. She puts it up, and
it's a miss, a wide miss. She falls to the floor, but gets back up. You see a fast transition by number 34, Shea Armstead.
Armstead throws it away. Harriman's got the ball.
Harriman's got the ball. Passing out to Miss Lavender, and it looks like a foul on the Lady Bucks.
She was wanting to tie it up, but she couldn't get the hold of it.
As you see Mrs. Lavender inbounding the ball. There's a couple substitutions being made. For the Bucks, we have Jasmine Williams coming in, and we have somebody else, Julie Porter being subbed in, I believe. Good Julie Porter? It's hard to follow all the excitement going on,
Looks like Jewel Ledbetter's in.
Oh yeah, she's in. She came in earlier though, but who knows? And you see Tasia Clark taking up the ball at the court.
I see that big brace on Tasia Clark's knee.
Yeah, I wonder what the story is on that.
Yeah, I wish I had that for you guys.
Yeah. She passes out to number 32, Jana Lewis.
Lavender's got the ball. She's looking. She's going to slow down this offense.
Yeah, she really does. We have Porter making the shot. Number 20 passing it to number 0, Mrs. Tasia Clark, who is currently controlling the offense. There's 2:21 left in the second quarter. The score is 22-17.
Jones holds the ball. She passes it off. Jones gets the ball again. Jones has got a good shot.
Yeah, she really does. It's like a one-handed thing too, which is something you don't normally see.
She's got a good shot from the outside.
Yeah, I think like the last one-handed shot that I've seen, at least in the NBA, is Kevin Duckworth like years ago for the Portland Trailblazers. I just find it kind of interesting that there's players who can, do that, be that consistent with it,
Yeah.
As you see, number 34 missing the layup. That was Mrs. Shea Armstead once again.
She's a taller woman. Kind of reminds me of, the build. Lisa Leslie was a tall lady in the WNBA.
Yeah.
And she was really consistent from the outside as well as the inside. So her shot kind of reminds me of her.
Brianna Jones with the fadeaway attempt. Rebounded by Jewel Ledbetter, who goes for a layup herself and then misses. And gets a rebound that gets stolen.
But Lewis hangs on to it. And Lewis loses the ball.
loosey-goosey. Wow, what a play. As you see a player going for a layup, and
a block.
it is a block.
Jones.
Jones goes for the layup, or Miller goes for the layup, and it's blocked by Jones.
Motlow State foul number 15, Jones, her first, team fifth.
There currently are 7 fouls in the game within this quarter, or either quarter, or I'm not sure if it's a quarter or the half, but I believe it's a half. Meanwhile, in the other game, there are like 36 fouls in total. How many fouls do you think they're going to be in this game there, Sean? if you throw out a number.
And how many total right now?
I mean, like at the end of the game, how many fouls are we going to find?
I mean, I really haven't thought fouling has been the main issue as much as turnovers.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, there's been some hacks here. That's going to happen when you take the ball inside. And
As you have number 12, Miller, making and missing a free throw. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's going to happen when you take it inside. You're going to get hacked.
Yeah.
It's just a matter if the refs are going to call it or not.
As you have Tasia Clark passing the ball out to Mrs.
Oh, that was a deep three by Jana Lewis.
Yes. Good shot by Jana Lewis. I like a shot as you have like 47 seconds on the clock. It's 27-18. They're up by 9. I believe it's the largest lead in the game.
Three by Heron.
Not airballed, but not in the basket as it's rebounded.
Harriman, sorry, I said Heron.
It happens. As you have Zoe Johnson taking up. Zoe Johnson had an explosive first quarter so far. First quarter. And now she's back in the game.
Run a pick and roll. Nothing there. She's for the basket.
And a nice layup by Zoe Johnson. Or no, by LaShawn Ebron. My apologies.
That was a pick and go.
Yeah.
Miller's got the ball. She looks. Passes to her left. Harriman's got the ball. She passes back to Miller. Miller drives in. Miller puts one up and it's not going to count.
Layup at the end of the second quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first half of this game. And at the end, it looks like the Pioneers are trailing
the Pioneers are trailing
Bucks
18-29 as we go into the third quarter in just a couple minutes, in about 15 minutes. So we'll be back. I am Anton Scrubbo.
I'm Sean Bowman.
We will be back in a little bit, guys, to continue the second half of the game.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys are 2-0 against Motlow this season. How have you prepared your team to go up against this team?
Well, the very first thing I told them is that this is a different team than what we played. We were fortunate to come out with 2 victories that were last second. This is going to be a very hungry Motlow team, so we're going to have to make sure that we understand.
Talking about the second half of the Lady State Pioneers versus the Motlow State Lady Bucks. So what do you think about the first half there, Sean?
I think these ladies started to come together there at the end of the half, and I think the nerves were shook out. Definitely saw a better, as far as the Pioneers, better ball movement. So that was definitely a very good thing. You know, I've preached the whole game. If you have a lot of turnovers, it's going to result into
We are back with the Motlow Lady State Bucks versus the Volunteer Lady State Lady Pioneers. And we actually had an interview with the head coach of one of these teams that we did before the game. If you want to cue it up and play it real quick, we can show you what it said.
Head coach of the women's team, Otis Key. Coach Key, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good. It's tournament time.
All right. So you guys are 2-0 against Motlow this season. How have you prepared your team to go up against this team?
Well, the very first thing I told them is that this is a different team than what we played. We were fortunate to come out with 2 victories that were last second. This is going to be a very hungry Motlow team, so we're going to have to make sure that we understand that we got to play with a sense of urgency, with a lot of passion, with a lot of desire, and basically really smart. We know they're going to come after us, and we got to be able to sustain that.
Very nice. Any key players we should keep an eye out for today?
Well, you know, I've been very fortunate to have 2 great sophomores, and Zoe Johnson, my point guard, and Taylor Moon, just an all-around great player. 2 freshmen have really been playing well, and Aaliyah Miller and Shayla Armstead. And then I got, you know, the conference's best shooter in Kelsey Harriman. So we put all that together, and these kids all have the light bulbs on together. That's going to be a pretty interesting game, I think.
All right. Thank you very much. Good luck today.
Appreciate it.
And now we recorded some highlights that have been shot so far about these games, and we kind of wanted to show you what we have so far. So if you want to cue those up, we can kind of show you the highlights between this game. And we are back. That was the highlight reel we've gotten so far in the first half of the game. What have you thought about the first half of the game so far, Sean?
Well, something to look out for. Tasia Clark is leading all scorers with 9 points.
That's pretty impressive.
So,
line, yeah.
maybe she'll continue on that hot streak. Second behind her is going to be Taylor Moon for the Lady Pioneers. She's got 6 points. So maybe we'll see a little bit more out of them, maybe a little bit more out of the rest of the players. I'd like to see some good ball movement and some good transition defense. And
on a similar note, I'm also kind of a big fan of LaShawn Ebron, who's been doing really well for the game as she's about to be inbounded the ball by Tasia Clark here beginning the second half. Resetting the clock. It is 29-18. LaShawn Ebron, sorry, is taking the ball.
And it looks like they're trying to set something up here.
It looks like they're trying to run a play, but it's not working out too well because of the defense by Mrs. Lavender, who's locking down Tasia pretty well.
Lewis almost had a travel. She puts a circus shot up, but misses. A travel. That is what that was called.
That is a travel. She's going to go to the Bahamas, Tahiti, wherever. That was a pretty bad travel.
Yeah, she just threw that one up there like, I don't care where I'm going, and she moved the feet just a little too much.
I think it's because she was trying to force a foul at the end of the day. As Zoe Johnson passes it out to Mrs. Shea Armstead in the paint, who goes for a 3, and it is a miss. Rebounded by Miss Lavender.
Johnson takes the ball. She looks to set up the offense. Oh, she almost traveled.
Almost.
Moon's got it.
Miss Moon passes it out to number 24, Mrs. Destiny Patrick.
Clark brings up the ball past the half-court mark. And I think they're kind of confused who's going to set the pick here.
You can see Mrs. Kelsey Harriman locking down her woman really well as there are 12 seconds left on the clock as she tries going for the and it's a big-time storm and a miss by Miss Brianna Jones and then a make.
A lot of things that I'm noticing in this game is when they kick it inside like that, they're just throwing shots up.
Yeah, it kind of feels like they're not trying enough.
No, I hope this goes in.
That was a nice pass. But
that was a good look right there.
That was a good pass and a good look, but it was a non-conversion. As number 25 flagged down and turned over as a nice little, wow, what a play. As number 3 goes out of bounds.
Lavender puts that one in.
And passes it to Miss Lavender.
And now Clark's got, Ebron's got the ball.
Sean Ebron. Looks like there's a foul on the other.
The timeout.
Timeout, yes.
There's going to be a timeout by the Lady Bucks. They're going to talk things over. Maybe try to set up their offense a little bit better. Our defense. Wait, no, that would be offense. They're on that side of the court. Sorry.
I understand.
I'll get it right here in a second.
Yeah, it's been a long day for here at the Chattanooga State tournament that's been running the TJCAA college basketball division tournament.
Well, I just second-guessed myself and I shouldn't have, so it's okay.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
As now we have both teams retaking the floor. We have Mrs. Tasia Clark inbounding the ball.
Tasia Clark's already met her season mark with 9 points. I'd look to see if they keep going to her.
Yeah.
Johnson's got the ball. She's going to drive inside and she's going to kick it out.
Back out to someone who passes to number 0, and that's Tasia Clark again.
Clark's got it. She goes inside. Lewis takes one up and she scores.
It. I think that's like the second score of this quarter. Currently the score sits at 33-20. They're up 11.
Moon's going to bring the ball up. She said I can play point guard. Jones has got it.
Passes it out to
Harriman. Gets blocked. What a block.
What a block by Miss Harriman.
Lewis passes it up ahead, and that is not going to go. Lavender throws it back out to Johnson, who is going to press it up the floor. She's going to drive, and Lavender goes up, but this comes up empty. Oh, they're battling hard. That's a foul.
It's magic, but it's a foul. She goes for her 3 throw
I believe that foul is going to be on Jasmine Williams.
It is. That's the first foul of the quarter. There are 2 more quarters to go, but it's the first foul. It's 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. The score is the Motlow State Bucks 33, the Volunteer State Pioneers 20.
Shea's going to shoot some free throws.
She makes her first. It's a really good attempt by her. Nevaeh Hamilton checking into the game.
These ladies are tough, I'll tell you what. They play hard.
Yeah.
You got to give them credit.
Yeah, I can respect, especially people like LaShawn Ebron, who's been just locking down her opponent, for lack of a better word, and also Miss Lavender for the other side of the thing. She's also been locking down.
And the reason those free throws happen, you get down low like that, you know, you can they kick it up and there's a basket right. No, it goes in and out.
And now a foul on Mrs. Moon, Taylor Moon, drawing the foul.
But when you start battling for the ball down low, there's going to be some hacking going on. So you throw anything up, you're liable to get the call, you know?
Yeah, but just because you get the call doesn't mean you get the shots, because a lot of the time free throw shots aren't always free, especially when you miss them.
Right.
And we'll see how Miss Johnny Lewis goes for her free throws. And she missed it first, but it's okay, it happens.
She's a little frustrated.
I can understand it. She's like, you know, it happens. Let's see if she makes her second, bringing her team up by 12.
Well, any good basketball player is going to tell you, if your shot's not falling from the outside, take it inside.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. And I think that we're going to see these ladies put the pressure on and drive inside more. I look for that. Because the outside shot's not really falling. See, they go in.
And it's a
Armstead.
Miss, and wow.
Moon's got the ball. Lavender takes it. Back to Moon. Moon takes a three, and she
misses. A miss. Misses the shot. That's another rebound.
And that's going to be a jump ball. That should be a jump ball.
They're going to probably turn it over to the other, or let the team shoot three throws.
Ledbetter got in there, and she wanted that. Nope. I think what are they calling here?
I think it's free throws.
No, not quite.
It's an inbound.
They're just going to call a foul, I guess, on Ledbetter.
We have Mrs. Shea Armstead inbounding the ball. Passing it out to Zoe Johnson on the three-point line.
Moon takes a turnaround.
Moon, and Mrs. Moon misses her shot. And number 12 goes up and misses it too.
Well, if your outside shot's not falling, you take it inside and you still miss, I don't know what to tell you. I guess you got to do a little rain dance and pray for baskets.
Yeah. So far, the Volunteer State Pioneers have had not much to fall.
Oh, that was a nice three.
Until then, wow, this is I say it.
That would be Nevaeh Hamilton.
Nevaeh Hamilton making her shot.
And there's a steal by Johnson.
Zoe Johnson really running the floor.
And that almost came back to him. Johnson gets the ball back, she puts it up, and she scores.
Now they're on a hot stretch. Right as I was saying, they're not doing too well. They're getting on a hot stretch. Now the score is 34-27.
Zoe Johnson averaging 14.5 points a game.
It's not bad, as we see Miss Jewel Leadbetter making her layup attempt. The game score is currently 36-27, with 5:28 left in the game.
Miller's going to kick off to the side. Johnson drives in. And there's a nice, easy basket. Shea Armstead. Lewis.
Mrs. Moon is trying to foul her opponent,
She was going for the ball, but she ended up with a foul.
Yep.
It's so weird seeing all these different schools come into Chattanooga State and play a tournament.
Yeah, it really is.
It's good for the school, though. And
yeah, because school makes a lot of money with proceeds and all that.
Well, I'm happy to have them here.
Yeah, we're all happy to have them here at Chattanooga State. As you see, number 20 pass got them 32. 32
Lewis
being John Lewis.
Shot way
Lewis
off.
Her shot way off, an air ball. As you see, Zoe Johnson running up the floor.
Johnson
the handles of Zoe, wow. Not bad.
Johnson gets it back. Well, Moon's calling for it in the post, but she's not going to get it.
I don't know why they're not passing her the ball.
There you go. Moon's got it. Oh, hard fall.
Wow. And she got hit in the face on that layup that she made.
Her head bounced off the ground. I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
I believe that was LaShawn Ebron.
Even Moon got hit in the face with a knee. Ah, God. And she's looks like Mrs. LaShawn Ebron might be.
Ebron took a hard fall.
She might be taken off the floor because she doesn't look to be in the best condition right now, and that's understandable. That must look like it hurt, as you see.
Basketball can be a rough game.
Yeah, it looked like DeMarcus Cousins right now with what happened with him and a bunch of other players this year. But yeah, so you see Jasmine Williams checking in for Mrs. LaShawn Ebron. You see Moon getting switched out for.
I think Ebron's going to be sitting for a minute.
And you see Tatiana Lavender coming in. Ebron taking a hard knee to the face from that play.
Well, Moon got subbed out on that as well, so I think it affected both players.
Yeah, as I was saying, she got subbed to Lavender. As we had a nice pass that ended up being turned over. It looked like it was between the legs.
That was a really nice pass.
See Tasia Clark taking it up the floor.
I guess she was trying to pull out her best LeBron James impression.
Yeah, the other night when he did that to the, what was it, the Sixers?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah, when he threw it in the needle. She was trying to do that. She did pretty well until it got turned over.
Until it got turned over. Lewis is looking for something. She's going to take it up, and she's going to miss.
It looked more like kind of like a travel, but.
Yeah, okay. She took an extra step maybe. Players are just hitting the floor right and left from this game.
Yeah.
Miller puts one up, and it goes.
Leah Miller making her layup attempt.
That's all you can do in these games. There's a wide open. And
wow, what a play. Even though it was missed, what a play.
You know, they tell you as a kid to always go off the backboard on those shots. I think they're going for these nothing but net shots, and it's just not working for them. Yeah. Take it off the backboard. It don't matter.
Exactly.
Miller puts one up.
And to me, that's kind of a testament to this game. There have been a lot of missed shots, but at the same time, ones that have been made are really good ones. Like they're right off the backboard layups and such. I don't know. It's just been an interesting game to watch.
It's been a very interesting game, and
different.
If you look at it right now, the Pioneers are coming back.
They really are.
And it's a 3-point lead by the Bucks. So I'm interested to see how the rest of this is going to turn out.
It looks like over there, Mrs. Miller is getting, Mrs. LaShawn Ebron might be getting a little bit of medical attention over there. It looks like they're pulling a brace out of there for her. She got hurt pretty bad on that fall. But I feel like, I've come to 3 or 4 of the games so far today. I feel like the 3 words that could describe all the games are turnovers, tenacity, and what's the other one I had? Turnovers, tenacity, and durability. Because a lot of players have taken hard falls, and yet they've recovered from. Also, another word, comebacks. There have been a lot of games besides the last one that these 2 games that felt like real big comebacks. Like, for example, earlier the Pioneers actually almost came back from a 20-point deficit, going into overtime, and then ended up losing the game. But still, the comebacks are just amazing.
Well, I hope both players are okay. I feel like Ebron took the brunt of it, but I mean, she did. But
I mean, a knee to the face is no easy task.
I mean, her head bounced off the ground too.
Ooh, it kind of looks like Zoe Johnson's going back into the game now. I guess she wasn't hurt as I thought. That's good then. Good for her. As LaShawn Ebron is inbounding the ball, or Tasia Clark, is inbounding the ball.
This has been a nice little
exhibition game.
Yeah.
As you see Tasia Clark passing out to LaShawn Ebron, who had just fallen on her knee, but she's fine now.
All these girls are playing their hearts out, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And you have to commend them for that.
Yeah.
They're all playing to win, and that's all you can do. Lewis passes it back off and almost throws it away. Clark's got it. Clark's going to drive in. Clark puts one up, and she scores.
Wow, what a nice score.
Miller's got the ball. She kicks out. Johnson thought about it. She didn't take it.
As Zoe Johnson's trying to draw an isolation play.
I've noticed a lot better ball movement by the Pioneers. She goes inside. Miller wide open, can't hit the shot.
Yeah, honestly, one thing that's kind of surprising to me is the fact that even though the Lady Bucks are leading...
I'm sorry, that was Armstead couldn't hit the shot.
What I was saying, though, was what's surprising me, even though the Lady Bucks are leading, they're also... They seem to play a lot more selfish ball than the Volunteer State Pioneers. At least in my opinion. Like, I feel like the Pioneers are passing out the ball a lot more.
Yeah, there's a lot of better ball movement on the Pioneers side.
And that's what's surprising, because earlier today, there was less ball movement, and yet they were losing. or there's less ball movement, and yeah, they were losing earlier. So it's kind of like a different story than the last game that the Pioneers played. But I mean, the male Pioneers game, obviously, is what I mean.
Right.
But currently, we're sitting at the score of 38-35 in the third quarter to 2:22 left on the clock. It's still anybody's game in this first round, first game of the ladies basketball tournament. The Motlow State Bucks and the Ladies State.
Well, we still have a whole other quarter left.
Yeah.
And there's 2 minutes left. I mean, anything can happen.
Exactly.
But you can never count anybody out at basketball, ever. I don't care how big the lead is. I have seen...
Kobe Bryant is what you're talking about, aren't you?
Yes. I have seen the leads get blown, and...
Yeah. Me and the guy earlier were talking about that, the fact that Kobe Bryant brought the team back in a 30-point against Dallas, back in 06, I believe. 07, maybe.
Kobe was the type of guy, I mean, he could score 30 in a quarter easily on you.
As you see Tasia Clark inbounding the ball, passing it to LaShawn Ebron.
One fun fact about Kobe's 81-point game, he didn't hit a lot of three-pointers.
He hit a lot of three-pointers?
He did not.
Oh.
He didn't. He was actually hitting a lot of twos in the first half of that game.
As you just saw, Jewel Leadbetter making her layup attempt.
Johnson passes it out. Miller kicks it to Lavender. Lavender
misses
can't hit. And that's going to be out. It looks like it's going back to the Pioneers. I
figured it'd be out on the Pioneers, but hey,
yeah, I did too.
I'm not an officiator, I'm just a commentator.
Hey, who are we to judge?
Exactly. As we see Miss Lavender inbounding the ball, or not Miss Lavender, we see Miss Leah inbounding the ball. Now controls the ball. Passing it out to
Johnson,
who is a wide open three. That actually looked nice. I'm surprised it didn't go in.
The rebound by
Miss Lavender going for a mid-range, and a miss by Miss Lavender.
Almost no root back by Johnson on that. And if you look at that, Ebron's back in the game.
Yep, and goes for a three, and a miss. That would have looked nice and would have made in. And another fall to the
This
ground.
game's getting physical.
It really is.
Hamilton's got the ball. She's going to slow it down. Miller looks. The coach is wanting to set something up, it looks like.
But will they be able to set it up is the question. As Miss Lavender takes the ball, passing it to Mrs. Leah Miller, passing it.
Armstead drives in. Armstead takes a hit.
There are a lot of hits in this game. I think this has been other than the last game, I think this has been the most physical game so far that I've seen.
Yeah, there's a lot of physicality in this, and yeah.
But luckily, though, in this entire tournament, nobody's been severely hurt. Because obviously, this is LaShawn Ebron, who got hurt earlier.
As long as we don't have anything that breaks loose, like the bad boys, Detroit Pistons of the 90s, where they would get physical
80s.
with the Lakers. Oh.
Yeah, it was more to the 80s, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was bad. And
it was
also,
late 80s, early 90s.
And also the Jordan rules, too.
Yes.
As you have Mrs. Aaliyah Miller inbounding about Zoe Johnson.
I just like to see players who play the game right, and most of these girls do. Yeah, I don't like to see a lot of dirty plays.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's trying to do that tonight.
Yeah, I don't think there's any dirty plays. I think it's just heavy physicality because everybody wants to win.
Right.
And because they want to, bring their banner
Lavender
home.
puts one up, and she almost hits. Johnson, rebound, puts it up, doesn't score. And they're fighting for it. And we're going to have a foul.
It looks like a foul.
Not sure who that was on.
It's on the lady.
Jasmine Williams.
It looks like, Jasmine Williams is about to shoot.
No, Jasmine Williams made the foul.
Oh.
Yeah.
Looks like Shay Armstead is about to shoot free throws.
Yep.
As you see her going after her free throw attempts. The score currently sits at 40-35, 33.8 in the third quarter.
Armstead's going to try to get them back in this game with this free throw right here. They're only down by 5.
Yeah, they can come back. They got to hold another quarter after this.
Yep.
As they
down by
bring
4.
Up 36 to 40.
Hey, you know what? You make a couple of defensive stops, you get the ball back a couple times, and a couple threes, you're right back in it. You got the lead.
I wouldn't even say go for the 3. I would say go for the 2 because the 2 can
go for the 2.
Because points are points at the end of the day.
Right.
2s, 3s, 4s, 7s.
You get a 2 and a 3, or you get 2 2s, or Well, 2-2s are down, going to be down by 1.
Even 3-point play.
And there is Jones with a nice little basket.
The handles.
I don't know about you, but
Zoe
the
Johnson.
shot of Jones has impressed me.
I don't know about you, but Zoe Johnson's handles have.
Oh, we got a wide open Lewis, and she puts one up but doesn't score. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Right now, the Pioneers are trailing 42-36. And you know they're going to come out swinging, trying to get back in this game and try to take the lead.
Yeah, we're going into the fourth quarter. The score, oh, you already said the score. So now, I mean, like, with the last quarter being what it is, I mean, do you think of anybody's game, or do you think one team's going to carry away from the other? Like, what are your thoughts on this so far, Sean?
I don't know. I feel like the Pioneers need to get some stops. They got to get stops. Can't turn the ball over. Not at all. See, this is where the turnovers come back to bite you in the butt.
Yeah, the turnovers are kind of what, you know, caused a lot of the bad possessions and the kind of loss. Because I'm sure that the Volunteer State has a lot more turnovers than not. We're about to get back into the game. They're about to hand out the ball. I'm not sure who's going to be inbounding the ball, but looks like we're about to start in a moment here.
Uh-oh.
As you have number 0 inbounding the ball to, or Taya Clark inbounding the ball to LaShawn Ebron, who again has been, she's like the focal point for this team.
Yeah, I feel like Ebron's a backbone, but definitely Clark's stood out today. I mean, she was leading all scorers at the half.
Yeah. As you get a missed layup attempt, and then a rebound by Mrs. Jana Lewis. And then Jana Lewis makes the shot, bringing them up now 44-36.
Jana Lewis is their leading scorer on the season, averaging 16.9 points a game, as I mentioned. So,
yeah. As you see, Miss Zoe Johnson passing out the ball.
And Armstead takes it up, and she's fouled.
Armstead's also been kind of a key point to her team. If you look at it, like both her and Zoe have kind of been the key points of their team. I'm surprised Taylor Moon hasn't been brought back in yet. I mean, I think they've brought her in now, but I'm happy that they brought her back. I'm happy she's okay, because taking it to the face like she did earlier must have really hurt.
Yeah. And there's a miss. Armstead is mad at herself for that. It looks like the Pioneers have let the Lady Bucks pull away from them.
Yeah.
A 44-36 lead. They've almost got a 10-point lead. They're holding steady at 8-point lead right now.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm sure this is the highest in the game. I think at one point they're up by like, what, 10? At one point in the game?
Yeah. Just when you think things are going to take a turn, you're back in it.
Yeah, because I mean, earlier I was talking about how that they haven't scored, and then they scored 2 possessions in a row. So
they got to get some stops defensively if they're going to win this game.
Yeah, as you see Miss LaShawn Ebron going up early and getting blocked. And
I think it was a block clearly, but I think might have got some skin on that. Taylor Moon's got the ball.
See, and I think the thing about number 3, Mrs. LaShawn, is
Harriman for the 3, and she's
missed. But the thing is about Mrs. LaShawn, though, is that I think she's the shortest person on the floor. So I mean, her height might, you know, make her faster than a lot of the players, so that can help her. But it can also be a hindrance because she's easily blocked, just kind of limited to the perimeter.
Got to make those baskets down low. Barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken.
Yeah. Are you about to endorse Icy Hot next? Like
I might. I might.
As we have Mrs. LaShawn Ebron controlling the ball, passing it to Mrs. Clark, who goes for a contested mid-range and misses. Again, there's been a lot of...
she gets a rebound and kicks it out to Moon. Moon's going to drive over. It looks like they're trying to put some pressure on them.
Passes it out to Miss Johnson, who goes for a...
Miller, it's in and out.
And is it a make or a miss? I think that was a make, wasn't it?
Was it in and out?
Was not? Okay. As we have 7:55 in the fourth quarter, the score is 44-37. The Bucks are leading. Mrs. Clark inbounds the ball to Mrs. LaShawn Ebron.
So the thing you got to realize about going into this game is the fact that
That was an air ball.
Season standings, everything's all out the window. It's a tournament. You win or you go home.
Exactly. So for one of these teams, it's the end of the road. If they don't win this game, they don't pull it out.
Right. So it doesn't matter what your season record is. Hey, you either win or you go home.
Yep. And that's kind of the thing that that's good about basketball in general is that you can win like 70 games in a season in the NBA, but you can still go home the first round.
That's right.
Hard enough.
Yeah.
Like for example, when the Dallas Mavericks were beat out by the Golden State Warriors like 5 or 6 years ago now, the Dallas Mavericks were a way better team, but the Warriors just wanted it so much more with the young Steph Curry. And I think that's kind of a way to look at it in this sense. I'm not sure the records on both of these teams, but I know that as of right now, it looks like the Lady Bucks just won it a little bit more than the the Pioneers.
I've seen some crazy things, man. I've seen some crazy things.
Yeah.
We've seen some teams get put. Well, I mean, anything can happen in the playoffs, but anything can happen in these tournaments. And I mean, these ladies are fighting to win, and you know, that's all you can do. Win or go home.
Exactly. It is 7:10 left in the game, 44-37. We are currently sitting in a timeout. I will say one thing I'm impressed with all these teams, and I think I mentioned this earlier, is the fact that they're not giving up on the defense. For the most part, most plays they've tried their hardest to block the scorer, and it's worked. I mean, yeah, there have been high-scoring games, but it's not due to a lack of trying on the defensive end.
Yeah, there's been a lot of. It was really interesting. I thought before they took the timeout, it looked like to me that the Bucks were trying to press the Pioneers. Which, can you blame them? You got them down, and there's been a lot of turnovers in the game. Maybe you generate more turnovers and just come completely out of it.
Yeah. As you see the ball being inbounded by the Pioneers, passed out to Mrs. Zoe Johnson, who goes right past her defender and a jumper and misses. But that was a really good, impressive move past the jumper. I got to give her that. As you see, Mrs. LaShawn Ebron taking up the floor, going against Zoe Johnson, who I think both were like the backbone. I mean, I know the point guards can be the backbone of other teams, but as Zoe Johnson goes up for, basically all alone, goes up for a mid-range and a miss by Zoe Johnson as Miss Harriman isn't able to get the rebound.
Well, an interesting fact going into this game, the Motlow State Community College ladies had lost 2 games, so they're really wanting to get a win. Maybe that's why they're playing in passion like they are. And on the season, Motlow they were 4-14.
Wow.
Going into this tournament.
How about the Volunteer State Lady Pioneers? What was their record going into the?
They were 5-13, so they were a game better, and they had actually lost 2 coming into this as well. So yeah. I guess it's anybody's ball game, evenly matched. Even though the Lady Volunteers have one more win better than Motlow.
As you saw, Mrs. Brianna Jones missing a three-point play, and now a turnover by the Pioneers. I think that's just a testament to this. Is so many Pioneers, or so many turnovers, so many missed possessions, and it's a shame.
Yeah, definitely is. It's.
There's a substitution being made. Jasmine Williams coming in for the Lady Bucks.
That ball's just going to float out of bounds.
I'm sorry. I'm just like trying to focus on what strategies I think they can do, because I mean they're only down by about 7 at this point. So I mean they could still come back, but I'm not sure if they, will be able to, because they're not. Both teams don't really have a wide range of a skill set.
Okay, if Moon hits these free throws right here,
yeah,
their chances of coming back are a lot better. You've still got 5 minutes, 33 seconds. You can come back. By, then they're only going to be up by what, like 5 points.
Yeah.
So you can come back with 5 minutes, 33 seconds left on the clock.
You could, yeah. I don't know. I just find it like I just hope that they're able to. I'd love to see an overtime in this sort of game because it adds a bit of an excitement to the tournament and in general. Because like I said, the men's tournament earlier had an overtime in the first game.
She does make both.
Off a huge comeback, so I'd love to see it happen with this.
One thing I noticed, neither team has really done a lot of fouling here in the fourth quarter. Nobody's in the bonus, so if you're the Pioneers, you got to be more aggressive and try to force some fouls to get them in foul trouble. Because any points you can get, free throws, 2 points, 3-pointers, anything you can get right now gives you a better chance at coming back. And you've got to be scrappy and just play that scrappy game and try to get the win.
Yeah. I think another thing is they should start bringing in more of their key players because Lavender's been taken out for a bit. Now I feel like you should bring her in since she's had a little bit of rest and she's a key player for you. Currently the score is 44 to 39, 5:33. Next.
And
we see Mrs. Clark inbounding the ball.
looks like they're going to put some pressure on here.
Yep, it's always a good thing to do, though. As you see Mrs. Clark inbounding the ball.
They're going to put a press on.
One thing that surprises me, they actually ended up taking out.
They're going to put a full court double trap press on, and Clark dribbles around it and takes it all the way in.
And misses, but they get
their shot.
Yeah, her
Jasmine Williams with a putback.
Yeah. One thing I was going to say was they actually took out LaShawn Ebron, who's been in the game for a lot of it, besides when she fell earlier. So
Miller's going to go. No.
I just, I wonder how that's going to affect the game with one of the key contributors.
Armstead goes around and scores. Big basket there.
Scoring by Armstead. 5 minutes left in the game. They're only down 5. They could easily come back if they wanted. It is they're able.
Well, they got to get some stops. They got to stop her right here. Oh, look at that. That's what you do. You got to get a stop like that. And you got to take. She's going to take it all the way. Johnson scores.
And it's made by Mrs. Zoe Johnson. 43 to 46. It's a 3-point game now. We might see another overtime.
Trap definitely pays off. Lewis, she fights past all the defenders and she gets fouled.
I believe it's a blocking foul, but I can't tell for sure.
I think it should be free throws.
Yep. Mrs. Moon gets a foul, and now now we have Mrs. Jana Lewis going for her 2 free throws. Scores 46-43.
We've got ourselves an exciting game. The Pioneers are only down by 3. Make that 4.
Maybe even 5. We'll see how it goes.
Pioneers get a stop, do something good, and they.
Yeah, so it's 4:35 left. They can still come back. They can still win. It took like 5 minutes for it to come back the first game, so
right.
Anything's possible. As you see number 32 going for it again.
She makes both free throws. Some good shooting by Lewis. You got to make the free throws in the clutch.
Yeah. As you see, number 12.
Miller drives in.
Miller drives in.
And she's going to put one up, and she's not going to score.
Is she going to get the rebound? No, she is not. Now it looks like the Pioneers are not getting the same momentum they just had. They're down 5. Might be even down 7.
She definitely forced that shot. You know, if you don't have a good look and you drive in, kick it back out. If you force shots, I know you want to make the basket, but you could cost your team more points out on the other end, you know?
Looks like a turnover. Yeah, a turnover on the Lady Bucks.
Luckily for the Pioneers, they got that turnover.
The Lady Pioneers inbounding the ball to Mrs. Zoe Johnson, who's back in the game, one of the most explosive scorers. And Jill was supposed to Leslie James Harton on her defender. She falls on the act of going for a layup.
That was a hard hit to the ground. I don't think she got any call.
Yeah.
Coach looks like he's upset over there.
I'd be upset too. I mean, they need to gain this. They need to gain that tenacity. They need to gain this lead back. They need to do something. They need to act.
She has nowhere to go with the ball. Oh, almost threw it away. Johnson takes a jumper, and they put it back, but they cannot get it. And they get the rebound. They put it up. Okay.
And now they're within 3. This is
this is an interesting game.
Yeah. It's getting interesting towards the end, which is always a good thing. I mean, I think they're going to get to a 50-point game at some point. Like, they're getting close. It's 48-45. We could see a 50. Both teams score 50 points before this ends.
And that would be definitely a plus there.
Oh, yeah, it would. So, Sean, what game's going to be after this? Like, what's the next lady basketball tournament game?
Well, give me a second, and I will pull it up. It looks like we are going to have the Jackson State Generals and the Rowan State. Not really sure what the name of their team is.
Yeah, I just love being unprepared. Yeah, but regardless, the Rowan. Well, yeah, but you know, we had the Lady Pioneers play earlier, and the Men Pioneers.
Oh, yeah. So it's gonna be. Well, no.
Well, regardless of what it is.
Right.
What I do know is earlier today, the Men Pioneers lost their game and are out of the tournament, and the men Jackson State Generals won their game. So you may end up seeing like both men teams like lose their respective tournaments, and both women teams. You get what I'm getting at here as we have a turnover.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out the name of that team. I just know it's Rowan State. We'll say Rowan State. It's what it says on the front of their jersey, so we'll just say Rowan State.
Good old professionality.
Yep.
As you see the ball being inbounded to Mrs. Jana Lewis. Passed out to Taja Clark. Again to Mrs. Lewis. As she goes for a layup, and it looks like a foul. I guess not. I figured it'd be like a charging foul, but I don't know.
Lewis definitely wants to make these free throws.
Yeah.
If you don't make your free throws late in the game, that can cost you too.
Yeah, she just got inbounded the ball with the ball went over her body.
That's not good.
That was a highlight.
It looks like they're just throwing the ball all the way around her.
As you see her going for her first free throw attempt, the score is 48-45. 2:46 left in the game. As she makes her first free throw, it is 49-45. We may have a 50-point game after the second free throw if she makes this. But will she make it is the question. Find out in 10 seconds. And she misses her free throw as it's rebounded by the Pioneers.
So it's
trying to figure out what the name is.
Yeah, no, it's interesting that you mentioned the points there.
Jana Lewis is going out before.
Actually, Motlow is averaging 65 points a game, believe it or not.
Not bad. The score is currently 51-45.
And Volunteer State is averaging 50 points a game, so this is actually right around what they average on the season. But hey, if they lose, somebody's going home, and it looks like at this point it is going to be the Lady Pioneers.
I'll give it another minute. We'll see what happens. It's only 6 points. Not that this is doable, but I'll be able to shoot 2 threes, and then we could see this.
Well, if Kobe Bryant walks through that door, I will. It
would have to be Kobe Bryant in a wig, though.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant in a wig, then.
Or even his daughter, because I think he has a daughter that could.
Yeah, maybe his daughter. I've seen her shoot on TV. She's actually pretty good.
Or the Kobe of the WNBA was Shanice Parker, I believe, or no, even better, Reggie Miller's sister. I heard that she scored like 100 points in college.
I don't know if she scored. Yeah, I think she did. And I'm trying to think what his sister's name is right now.
Why is it like these things like?
I know these things when I don't need to know these things.
Yeah, as number 32 goes to the ground, number 32, Mrs. Jana Lewis, falls to the ground pretty hard. She looks a bit upset by this too. Understandable. What is the name of Reggie Miller? This is going to perplex me now. Are you able to pull it up on your computer?
Yes, I am.
Thank you, because this is going to kill me.
It's bugging me. Reggie Miller's.
As you have Tasia Clark inbounding the ball to.
I know this.
Jana Lewis.
I shouldn't even have to Google it. Cheryl Miller.
Cheryl, there you go.
Cheryl Miller.
Okay, that's all set. As you have fighting for the ball as number 20 is on the ground. Number 3.
They got to get this basket.
Zoe Johnson
she throws it away.
She passes it.
And they should make that layup, and they do.
They do. It is a
3-point game?
No.
4-point game?
4-point game. 4-point game. 1:26 left in the game. 4-point game. It's 51-47. It's still anybody's game. They're both probably going to get above 50 before the game's over.
And here comes Kobe Bryant with a wig. Ooh.
No, stop. Don't even. I would love to see that, but no.
Can we get one of the cameras to zoom in on Kobe with the wig? See here.
You need some help. Anyways, so right now we're in a timeout. I mean, let me ask you this though: do you think it's over for the Volunteer State Lady Pioneers?
They got to get some stops. I've been saying it the whole fourth quarter. If they don't, then they're gonna lose this game. Bottom line.
There was a stretch where they were playing really good on the defensive end.
They need to keep running that trap. They ran the trap last time. They got a turnover. They need to keep doing it.
Yeah.
The trap on the press, they got a turnover on it. Run it again, you know.
I do love how we're commentating a basketball game. We're talking about Reggie Miller and Kobe Bryant in a wig. That's a great way to spend a basketball game.
Hey, you know that's why they pay us the big bucks.
Yeah. As you have Taysha Clark inbounding the ball, running it up the floor.
Yep, there you go. They're running that trap.
They're running it. They need to. I don't know why they should slow it down. They don't need to run anything. They're the ones who are up. This is a fault that I see.
When you put press on somebody, it makes them want to run the ball faster because they got to get out the trap, you know.
Well, yeah, but I feel like you should, slow it down. Don't be like turtle slow, but don't be.
If you do slow it down and you don't get the ball past the half court mark, then there's a turnover for a 5-second violation. So you don't want that. So you have to speed the ball up because ultimately it slows it down. You know, that's why that happens.
So it's going with the cars usually, go left to go right to go left or whatever. But
right.
Yeah.
And just like you don't want to park too low down in the middle, then you get a 3-second violation. So what do?
Yeah.
You have to speed the game up.
Speaking of 3-second violations, she almost got a turnover there because she was heavily contested. And she was now going to inbound down the ball to number 20 being Jewel.
A nice open look there, and she makes that.
She might have just sealed the game for her team.
That's Joey Porter.
We see Zoe Johnson taking up the floor. The score is 53-47 with 50 seconds left on the clock.
And the turnover.
Ooh,
they did not need that.
This might be over for the Pioneers in this.
Yeah, I think that turnover is going to seal it because they just scored off of it.
Yep.
I told you that's what happens.
It's what happens, man. You have to be more aggressive. You have to.
You have to not turn the ball over.
That too. You need to stay focused on the ball.
Deep three there by Johnson, and she almost hit that.
Almost. I would have. That would have been cool. That would have probably enlightened her team to help come back if she would have made that. Now they're intentionally fouling. Now they're intentionally fouling as the score currently sits at 55-47. 28 seconds left on the clock. It is the ball of I believe the Pioneers. Is it the Pioneers? Yeah, it might be the Pioneers.
Lady Bucks are going to be shooting two here.
Oh yeah, Lady Bucks shooting the ball.
Clark shooting free throws.
Free throws. Is she going to make the first? We shall see.
I'm curious to find out if.
I think she did make the first.
I'm curious to find out if she's ever had any kind of surgery on that knee.
Yeah, I'm still kind of concerned about the knee of Mrs. Sean Ebron going forward and that moving on.
Yeah, she's still. I'm concerned about her head. Those concussion rules.
Well, it's more so Moon that got hurt in the head, but I mean, Moon's not going to have to continue on any further. So.
Well, I mean, her head bounced right off the floor.
And we see more intentional fouling, which I don't. If they're up by a 9, to me, there's really no merit in that.
Right.
Unless Kobe Bryant for Wig or Cheryl Miller walks in the court right now, I think it's over at this point.
And it looks like
we have Jenna Lewis shooting 2 more free throws.
Yeah, and Jana Lewis on the season, she's about a 57% free throw shooter.
As she misses her first.
No, she misses her first. 57 is actually not that high though.
57 is basically she makes one, she misses one for essentially. As
she's about average.
Yeah, she goes for the second, and she misses it. Wow. That's going to bring down her average a little bit. Let's say it doesn't count. It's different this postseason. There's a 3 being shot and missed. And another layup being made. A layup being made by Aaliyah Miller. Aaliyah Miller, the score is 49-56. It is a 7-point game, but I mean, it's 6 seconds left. The game is, for me, I don't understand why coaches call timeouts when there's such a deficit and there's so little time left.
Right.
I
mean, he wants to.
It kind of be like a chili pepper while being lit on fire.
I mean, anything you can do, don't ever count yourself out. Don't Don't do it, anything until the fat lady sings. No pun intended.
Yeah. As you see the ball being inbounded. Miss number 15.
Jones, she kicks it back, and Clark's got it. And
She's
it looks
just
like
gonna
they're
run
going
out
to
the
trap
clock.
her. And
And
that's
the
ball
game's
game. All right, guys, that is going to do it. And it looks like the Bucks are going to take this game 56-49. And we are going to have an interview with Dakota. He's going to interview with the winning coach.
After, at this point, we're just waiting for him to get in contact. He's our man on the field who is interviewing the winning coach, Mrs. LaTanya Collins of the Motlow Lady Bucks. Take it away, Dakota, whenever you are ready. To me, I think this was a really good game that was played. To me, it was just a lot of turnovers that are kind of unnecessary in this. At least to me, I don't know. But here's Dakota on the scene with an interview with the head coach of the
Bucks.
Lady Bucks.
He's going to set up, it looks like.
Well, I mean, okay, so because I was wrong. While it all gets set up, tell me a little bit about the game, Sean. Like, what did you see? What do you think the team's going to improve on going forward?
I think he's actually going to shoot this interview, so we're going to cut it over to Dakota, and we will be right back.
I'm here with Motlow State Lady Bucks head coach LaTanya Collins. Ms. Collins, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's always good after a win.
Exactly. So you guys just came off a win against Volunteer State.
Yes.
Someone I want to talk about, Lynshon Ebron.
Yeah,
She is 5'2", correct?
that's correct.
All right.
And that might be pushing it.
Now, she plays as if she's 5'9".
Yeah.
How did you get her to train to be as aggressive as she is on the court?
Well, her nickname is Speedy. And so she naturally comes with a lot of energy, a lot of fight in her. And so sometimes it's just encouraging what kids already bring to the table, and she already brings that to the table.
Very nice. How are you guys going to prepare for tomorrow's game?
We're excited about tomorrow's game, actually. We didn't do too well against Walters at our place, but we blew a 14-point lead against them and lost by 4 at their place. And so we were excited to be in this bracket because we felt like it was kind of the revenge bracket. We lost the ball twice, and so we were able to knock them off, and we lost to Walters twice, so we want to knock them off.
Very nice. Good luck today, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you so much.
Terry, but I am done on the booth today. We have, and I'm Anton Skrobo. This is Joseph, or this is Sean Bowman. Anything you want to say before we cut off to break before the next game?
Well, you know, it was a really good game to watch. Those ladies played their hearts out. Unfortunately, somebody does have to lose, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I will see you guys on the next Gamecast, and yeah, thanks, Tony.
Have a good one. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.